Hi, I'm Beth, and today I'll show you how I make jeans using Danny Chu's free Smart Doll sewing pattern. I'll be using an old pair of my own jeans. They've been washed 100 times, so I know there won't be any dye transfer to worry about. New fabric has a risk of staining the vinyl of your doll body. You'll find the pattern linked in the description. Print it at 100% scale and cut out all the template pieces. You'll need to tape together the back upper and lower pieces and the front upper and lower pieces. I'll go through the assembly process first, then afterwards I'll show you the methods I use to distress the jeans. For the lining fabric, I'll use white cotton, again to avoid any risk of staining. It helps to add notes to your paper pattern templates. I also want to shout out Sam Sally under Orange. Her video about sewing these jeans really helped me understand the pocket bag pieces, and I wouldn't have tackled them without her help, so thank you. Cut out the pattern pieces. Fold over the fabric for the mirrored ×2 pieces. The piece called left pocket is a single piece and should sit on the doll's right hip if you want to match real people's jeans, or the left hip if you're matching Danny's jeans. Fold over the fabric for the mirrored ×2 pieces. Keep templates pinned to the fabric until needed. Look out for the vertical grain lines marked on the templates. Be sure that your pieces are all aligned the same way on your fabric. Look for this marking. Check the templates and overlock or zigzag edges where directed. My overlock thread is white, and I like to use yellow or orange in the sewing machine for jeans. Seam allowances are all marked on the pattern. I don't like to draw them all onto the fabric. I prefer to measure them and position my needle accordingly, or make note of where the fabric edge needs to be. Front pockets and fly. For the left pocket, fold and press these two edges. Double top stitch the upper edge. Fold the side and align with the left pocket back. Top stitch the side edge, then zigzag along the curve. Align both pocket back pieces with the lining pocket fronts. Sew along the curved edges to secure. Pair each pocket with the trouser front. Align the right sides along the pocket curve. Sew the curve, it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Snip the curves, turn over and top stitch. Fold inward both pocket bag bottoms, the lining. Sew and turn out. Baste stitch the pockets to the trouser front. Refer to the template. Mark and double top stitch the faux fly on the left side. Fold and top stitch the right side edge, only as far as shown on the template. This is the side that will lay on the inside of the jeans. Back pockets. Fold and press the top edges. Double top stitch those upper edges. Press in the sides and bottoms. Open out. Mark and then stitch the decorative swirls. Fold in the sides and bottoms, pin and top stitch into place on the trouser backs. Use the template to help position them. If you want to add a ribbon or a label, tuck it into the side before you sew. Back yoke. Sew both to the trouser backs. Align BC to BC. Overlock or zigzag the seams, press them upwards and double top stitch. Side seams. Line up the fronts and backs. Sew and overlock or zigzag the seams. Press the seam allowance towards the back and top stitch. Align the centre back seams and sew. Overlock or zigzag the seam, press to the left side and top stitch. The fly or front closure. Pin together both front centre pieces. Sew them together up to this mark on the pattern. Open out and top stitch the left side edge. Pressing the crotch seam allowance open and continuing right to the edge. Add a few strong stitches across the fly join. Belt and loops. Press in the sides, top stitch, and cut into 5 pieces using the template as a reference. Look at the templates for the positioning. Clip or pin the belt loops with right sides in and raw edges aligned. Pin the front and lining belt pieces together, right sides in. Sew from halfway up one side, along the inner curve, to halfway down the other side. Trim the corners, snip the curves and turn it through. Press with the iron. Align the belt front with the waistline. Pin all around, including the belt loops, and sew. Flip the belt up, press the seam allowance upwards, pin the lining so it's flat on the inside, and top stitch all around the edges of the belt piece. To finish the belt loops, Tuck in the raw edges, then top stitch. Go over them a few times. Leave some slack to allow space for a belt. Finishing up. Press up and double top stitch the trouser leg hems. Check the template for seam allowance. Align the crotch seam, pin and sew. Fold the front crotch seam towards the left. Overlock or zigzag the seam, press towards the back, and stitch it flat at the hem. Now, add the closure fastening. You could use a cam snap, a snap fastening, or even a buttonhole and button. You will now have an awesome pair of Smart Doll jeans. You can mix it up with other denim types, try out other fabrics and patterns, even alter the pattern to make a pair of shorts instead. Distressing. If you weren't distressed while sewing, now's the time to let your frustrations out. I'm going to add some weathering to my jeans, make them look more lived in. I use household bleach, a cotton bud, water and wear gloves, and I rub bleach into the thighs, seams and raised areas. On dry denim, I apply it to the raised edges and hems, making faux wrinkles at the hips, crotch, knees. On damp denim, I rub with my fingertip onto the thighs and lower legs, front and back for a softer look. Remember that different colours of denim will bleach to a different colour, so test a scrap beforehand to make sure you're happy with how it'll look. Once I'm happy with how much it's lightened, I wash the jeans really well to remove the bleach. Another tip is to stuff and scrunch the jeans while they fully dry. This should create realistic wrinkles. Once fully dried, I then use a scalpel and sandpaper to wear away areas of denim. I often put something solid inside the jeans to help. You could also glue tiny studs to each of the pockets. You can also add embroidery to personalise your jeans. and even add painted details. What do you think of these jeans? Will you try to make your own, or have you already sewn some? Thank you so much for watching. I do hope this video has helped you. Please remember to save it to your favourites if you want to come back to it and sew along with me. I'll see you next time. Bye!